say a man they have been watching ran illegal gambling halls all over town. Tonight, all that is over. Only the I-Team can take you behind the police tape. Reporter Jeff McShann was there when officers seized more than $1 million in cash.
It was 4:30 in the morning. Dozens of law enforcement officers gathered in 3 different counties, hoping to safely take down an organized crime ring. HPD's Vice Division says the undercover investigation that started 10 months ago finally came together last Thursday as detectives simultaneously raided 15 different locations. At this home on Maple Leaf, no one would come to the door. So officers woke them up using sirens. It worked. HPD tells us this home in Stafford is where the main suspects live. Terry Wayne Donaldson, his wife Nancy Donaldson, and her father-in-law Alton Donaldson own and operate 3 game rooms that police say have been connected to 3 murders, at least 1 kidnapping, and several armed robberies. In the 8300 block of the Gulf Freeway, undercover Vice officers detained the armed security guard who worked there. They seized dozens of machines and thousands of dollars in cash. In all, 267 gambling machines were hauled off to HPD's property room. Investigators say the Donaldsons' game rooms have been shut down before, but they just opened up again weeks later. And the illegal gambling, the armed robberies, and the shootings returned.
We're not just arresting a low-level clerk for a misdemeanor crime. We're going to the top this time.
During the undercover investigation, HPD says it discovered the Donaldsons' money laundering operation. Detectives say much of the illegal enterprise was orchestrated from this small East Houston warehouse. Inside, HPD found $37,000 in this toolbox. There was a large cash counting machine and an office where the suspects allegedly kept records. The building was lined with surveillance cameras and burglar bars. And across the street from the warehouse, a cross marking the spot where a man was shot and killed last year. A man HPD says knew about the illegal money inside and planned to take it all at gunpoint.
It may not have been the most savvy characters that were killed, but when bullets are flying in your neighborhood, there's no telling where they land and who else gets killed.
Back at the Donaldson home in Stafford, after Terry Wayne Donaldson and his wife Nancy were taken into custody and driven downtown, HPD searched their home looking for money allegedly made in the illegal gambling operation. And check this out. Investigators found it stashed all around their home. $1.6 million in cash. Some of it was stashed in safes. Detectives say the suspects couldn't deposit the money into banks because it would have raised too many red flags. The money was confiscated. And so were 23 guns found inside the home. Take a look. This gun, detectives told us, is a type the Mexican drug cartels often use to kill police. HPD also seized 2 boats, expensive cars, and 10 acres of land in Brazoria County.
No idea at all.
Greg Jerkins is the Donaldsons' neighbor.
That was unfortunate to see them being taken away like that. It's a little surreal. They've been good neighbors to us for several years. We've had many conversations out here on the sidewalk. His kids and my kids have played. So as far as we know, they were good people.
He did remind us, however, about a shooting that took place at the Donaldson home in 2006. Jerkins thought it was just a random robbery, and so did police at first. But now it appears there's a good reason crooks targeted the Donaldsons and the people that allegedly worked for them. 5 people who are now sitting in jail, each being held on a $1 million bond. All of this after a 10-month-long investigation and an early morning raid. And checking police records, we found dozens of shootings, armed robberies, and murders inside Houston game rooms in the last 2 years. Some of the people hurt, even killed, were innocent patrons. And Houston Vice wants you to know these businesses are not regulated by some type of gambling commission. So in other words, they can take your money and run. Jeff McShann, 11 News.